It looks like Marvel Studios is set to follow the path of the comics when it comes to death. Unless you're Uncle Ben, you can come back from the dead. Enter Idris Elba, aka Heimdall, who is teasing a future and a return to the MCU among the living. The last time we saw Heimdall, he was greeting Natalie Portman Jane into the afterlife. So, okay. So they're alive in the afterlife, right? Cool, okay. Not so fast. Recently, in an interview with Sci-Fi, Idris Elba was talking about that scene, what that implies, and what happens next. And he said, well, he loves playing that character. He enjoyed his time with it, and he's always said he wanted to explore more of what the character had to offer the Marvel Universe. So when they brought up the idea of playing him again, he says he doesn't know for sure, but there's always the chance, and he believes that he will be coming back. Now again, we don't know how they're going to treat this whole afterlife thing, but I think most people kind of look at it as a realm. Like, Valhalla is a realm. And if that's how they do it, then technically you could travel into it. I mean, you can travel into the afterlife in Marvel Comics. That's just a thing. And we've already seen it in live action in different franchises. So maybe that's going to be their goal. And maybe Secret Wars can take the characters from there, transplant them into the living world. Or they're just going to play with multiverse versions. And he's going to be playing Heimdall from another multiverse. It's all possible. And realistically, I think they're leaving it open up to debate, and if he's willing to come back and they come up with an idea, here you go. And if they can't reach an agreement, well, no worries about it. I guess you stay dead. It's just one of those things where they can play fast and loose with it. Whatever the case may be, though, I think it's interesting that now even death doesn't seem important in the MCU. Like, sure, Tony Stark died, right? But we can just as easily go back through time and take a different version of Tony Stark or the multiverse or whatever, and it just kind of fixes the problem. It's kind of that whole comic book realm of, oh, whatever, you died, you'll be back soon because there's a new movie coming, so they'll print a new comic. We're like at that with the actual movies now. It's like, of course you'll be back soon. There's a video game or a comic that needs you to boost sales. It's cynical to think of it that way, but that's where we're at now. So with him saying, oh yeah, I'd love to come back. If we can come up with something new, I'll come back as Heimdall. It tells me that they told him, hey, don't worry about the whole death thing. That's whatever.